Congratulations, you secretly became a millionaire. But instead of throwing resignation paper at your boss's face and letting him know you are richer than him, you decide to show up to work and tell absolutely nobody. And somehow it became one of the best decisions of your life. For the last 4 years, you've been living a secret life. After working hours while others relaxed, you've been making more than your salary by creating and running multiple Instagram pages and faceless YouTube channels. And just yesterday, someone bought the entire portfolio of 7 YouTube channels and 9 Instagram pages for a whopping $7 million. And this morning, instead of drafting a resignation email, you made a different decision. You'd come back to work for one simple reason. You wanted to know what life feels like when money can no longer control your decisions. The first thing that changes isn't your house. It isn't your car. It isn't your clothes. It's your heartbeat. Monday morning, your manager sends you a message. Can you come to my office for a minute? 2 weeks ago, your stomach would have dropped. You would have spent the walk wondering, did I mess something up? Am I getting blamed for that project? Am I about to be fired? Today, you just walk in. Your manager closes the door. I wanted to talk about your performance. You smile. Sure, for the first time in your career, your confidence isn't coming from experience. It isn't coming from preparation. It's coming from something much simpler. If this meeting goes badly, your life doesn't. One afternoon, your best friend catches up with you in the cafeteria. Dude, what's gotten into you lately? You look confused. You've stopped stressing. You don't complain anymore. You don't panic before presentations. And honestly, you seem happier. You laugh. Maybe I'm just sleeping better. He shrugs. Whatever it is, I need it. The funny thing is, you still wake up at the same time, still sit in the same meetings, still answer the same emails. The work hasn't changed. Your relationship with the work has. Then comes Friday, salary day. The day everyone quietly checks their bank account. You used to do exactly the same thing. Open the banking app, calculate bills, rent, investments, wonder how much was left. Today, your salary arrives and you don't even notice. 3 hours later, you remember. Not because you needed it, because a coworker says, "Salary's in." Everyone reaches for their phone, except you. That's the moment it really hits you. For years, your paycheck determined your mood. Now, it's just another notification. But here's the strange part. You don't quit. Not because of the money, because of the people. You've spent 6 years eating lunch with the same group, celebrating birthdays, complaining about deadlines, laughing over terrible office coffee. Money can buy a lot of things. Replacing genuine friendships isn't one of them. Your weekends look completely different. One Saturday, you're having breakfast overlooking Lake Como. The next month, you're walking through the streets of Kyoto. Sometimes you're in the Maldives, sometimes Iceland, sometimes Switzerland. You travel the way you've always wanted to, quietly. No luxury posts, no flashy captions, no geotags. Because social media is where secrets go to die. The strangest part isn't the vacations. It's coming home. You always thought coming back to your office after a vacation would feel depressing. Somehow, it doesn't. In fact, you enjoy the trips even more because you have a life you genuinely want to come back to. Monday isn't the enemy anymore. Friday isn't your reward because your freedom isn't waiting at the end of the week. It quietly follows you every single day. You used to think money would make work meaningless. It doesn't. It just changes why you work. Before, you worked because you had to. Now you work because you like solving problems. You like your coworkers. You like the routine. You like having somewhere to be on a Monday morning. You finally understand retirement was never the dream. Freedom was. But money does something strange. Not to your bank account, to the way people see you. At first, it's just little comments. Dude, have you been working out? Your skin is glowing, man. New haircut? You smell so nice. I don't know what it is, but you look good lately. You laugh. Because nobody knows the real reason. You finally started taking care of yourself because you finally stopped saying, "I'll do it when I have money." You hire a trainer. You fix the dental appointment you'd postponed for 3 years. You finally visit a dermatologist. You start sleeping 8 hours. You stop eating whatever was quickest and start eating whatever made you feel your best. You buy clothes that actually fit. Nothing flashy, no giant logos, just better quality, better fabrics, better shoes. The kind of things nobody notices individually, but somehow everyone notices together. Then something unexpected happens. People start treating you differently. The receptionist greets you before you greet her. Coworkers ask for your opinion more often. People stop interrupting you halfway through a sentence. In meetings, you notice something strange. When you start speaking, people actually listen. Not because your ideas suddenly became brilliant, because you changed. You stopped speaking to prove yourself. You started speaking to solve the problem. Even your manager changes. Not dramatically, subtly. The old version of you could be pressured, a smaller bonus, a delayed promotion. Those things used to work. Now, they don't. One afternoon, he calls you into his office. I notice you've been leaving exactly at 6 lately. 6 months ago, you would have apologized immediately, offered to stay late, explained yourself. Today, you simply smile. My work's finished. Silence. He nods. Fair enough. And that's it. No lecture. No guilt. No passive-aggressive comments. You walk out and realize something. For years, people weren't responding to your words. They were responding to your need. The need to be liked. The need to keep the job. The need to prove yourself. That need is gone. And somehow, everyone can feel it. That's when the biggest realization hits you. People respected you, not because you smelled expensive, not because your clothes cost more. They respected you because for the first time, you respected yourself. Money didn't change how other people saw you. It changed how you saw yourself. And that changed how everyone else responded. Then another thought quietly crosses your mind. Almost none of this actually required millions. A better haircut, clothes that fit, taking care of your health, sleeping properly, standing a little straighter, speaking a little slower, listening more than you talked. You'd spent years telling yourself, I'll become this person once I make it. The truth? Money didn't buy this version of you. It simply removed the excuses. And you can't help but wonder, how many years did you spend waiting to become someone you could have started becoming all along? Then, one Monday, HR calls an all-hands meeting. Nobody says anything. Nobody has to. Everyone already knows. Layoffs. The room feels different. People aren't talking about weekend plans anymore. They're talking about mortgages, school fees, hospital bills. You look around the room, and for the first time since becoming a millionaire, your money doesn't make you feel powerful. It makes you feel responsible. One by one, names are called. Some people walk out quietly. Some force a smile. Some can't even look up. Then, your best friend's name echoes through the room. He nods, packs his laptop, shakes a few hands, smiles, like everything's okay. You know it isn't. That evening, you find him sitting alone in his car, engine off, hands on the steering wheel, just staring ahead. You sit beside him. Neither of you says anything. After a long silence, he finally whispers, I don't know how I'm going to tell my wife. That sentence hits harder than any number ever could. That's when you realize something. Money can't buy happiness. You've heard that your whole life, but nobody tells you what it can buy. It can buy time. Time to find another job. Time to be with your family. Time to breathe without panic. And sometimes time is happiness. That night, you open your laptop, not to make more money. For the first time, to give it away. The next morning, your friend receives an email. Just one sentence. Your family deserves time, not panic. At first, he thinks it's a scam. Then, the money arrives. Enough to cover a full year of mortgage payments. Enough to let him breathe again. For the first time since the layoffs, he smiles. A week later, another coworker's father's surgery went ahead. No loans, no crowdfunding, no desperate phone calls to relatives. Nobody knows how. A single mother discovers her daughter's college fees are suddenly paid. At first, everyone thinks it's luck. Then, coincidence. Eventually, the office starts talking, because they're trying to understand how one place could suddenly become so fortunate. Nobody knows who did it. One afternoon, you're sitting with your best friend in a cafe and he says, you know, whoever's helping people, I hope life gives them everything they deserve. For a second, you almost tell him. Almost. Instead, you just smile and change the subject. You never tell anyone. Not because you want to be mysterious, because gratitude changes relationships. The moment someone knows you saved them, they stop treating you like a friend. They start treating you like someone they owe. You never wanted that. You wanted your friends, not their debt. Then, one morning, you arrive at work, sit down, open your laptop, and after 5 minutes, you quietly close it again. Not because you're tired, not because you're frustrated, because you finally realize that you've learned everything this chapter had to teach you. Leaving doesn't feel like escaping. It feels like graduating. You write your resignation letter. No dramatic speech, no "I quit," no revenge, no revealing you're rich. Just gratitude. You say goodbye to everyone. Nobody knows they're saying goodbye to a millionaire. They just think they're saying goodbye to a good coworker. Money is at its best when it quietly removes fear. Fear of losing your job. Fear of saying no. Fear of taking care of yourself. Fear of helping someone because you can't afford to.